Hi friends, so welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a little review and recap without spoilers of the one of the latest Netflix movies I have watched, which is Tyler Perry Straw. I have to say when I decided to watch it on Netflix, it just mentioned that it was a thriller. That's why I chose it. Over the weekend. Today it's Monday, but online it says it's a psychological crime drama film. I had zero clues of what this movie was going to be about, so I will do a little recap. We are presented with the story of a black woman, Janeia. I'm hoping to say correctly the name because it's a little difficult for me. She is a single mother that is struggling to care for her sick daughter, Aria. That is just the storyline that you get, like the little resume on Netflix. I was like, okay, interesting. This movie starts, and Janeja happens to have the worst day you could ever imagine in your life and more. She, I don't even know how to explain it without giving you spoilers. I actually took some notes because at the end of the movie, because there are so many things that are really important to talk about from this movie. Hopefully, I will not miss anything, but the story shows the daily struggles that this woman has because she has no community. It's never explained if she has any high education like college or university. But with the job that she's got, it doesn't seem like she could apply for a higher paying job. Maybe because her education isn't enough for those kind of positions. But she's struggling with her daughter being sick, which for which the medication is extremely expensive. She is struggling because her job is a horrible environment. Like the workplace, it's terrible. It's in a supermarket where she seems to be a cashier, but her boss it's a horrible, horrible man that only cares if the job is done like he doesn't care that she's a human being and she can have problems outside of the work that she needs to take care of, like her daughter. So the work environment is terrible, a disaster. We notice how much she is paid, like the check that she needs to get for that job. It's a little more than $500. She is living in a minuscule apartment with her daughter, and her landlord it's trying to get her evicted because she's not able to pay for the rent. Her car should have retired many, many years ago, but of course she cannot change her car, but she cannot also sell that car to get a better one, or she cannot afford to lose the car because how is she going to get her daughter to school or herself to her job without the transportation? What else happens to her? Mm, and then there is the really terrible statistics that go in the United States where this movie is based for black women in general. How they usually don't get the highest paying jobs, the healthcare for them terrible. Did you know that black women are taught as not suffer so much pain as black women, as white women, for example? So they are not listened as much by doctors because doctors believe they can take more suffering. That's insane. How they are, I mean, I think more than half of black women do get a college degree, but there is a still big percentage of them that do not finish high school. And there are also the struggles of being a woman, but with the discrimination added to being a woman, their stakes are so difficult. Uh, they struggle more because life is just level up for them at the beginning. So Janaya, like I said, has the worst day you could think of. As the day progresses, she realizes that she has not paid for her daughter's school lunch. So her teacher is kind of bullying her in front of the other kids. So Janeya is so focused on getting those $40 to her daughter, which she doesn't have in her pocket. So she tries to get the money from her boss. It's not happening. The school has some kind of problem. So they call her. She knows she needs to leave her job. She tries to be reasonable with her boss about her situation and what she needs to do. Because her landlord also told her, you need to pay me today, like by 10 a.m. So she's just struggling. She goes to the bank, which is across the supermarket where she works. And she cannot take money out of her account. The only $40 that she had $47, I think. But the bank manager just tells her that the account doesn't let you like take all of their money. You always have to keep a small amount for the account to be like open, available. I don't know the term. So she is struggling, and she happens to get hit by a white man that turns out to be a cop, and he's just destroying her car because he got angry at her, and he even gets another police to get a ticket to her, and he keeps telling her that he's going to kill her, and it's actually a frightening scene. I was thinking he's just going to pull out his gun, and I don't know where this movie is taking us. Things happen, and I started to realize that this didn't seem like a thriller at all. But I kept wondering what is happening? What is the point of showing us all of these horrible things happening to her? Like, what is the point? Is something going to happen positively for this woman? I have to say, I started to watch it alone, but my husband was on the same area. And at the end of the movie, he was sitting next to me on the sofa, like, because this movie is so incredibly done. I love the main actress. I think you can really see her pain, her desperation. It's so raw, and the way it was filmed, it really helps you be in the same room with her. I really like the scenery and how the characters are portrayed. They all seem really, really real. So she's struggling. Her car gets towed, I think it's called. Um, and she's just not getting the money, neither for her rent, for her daughter, nothing. She it starts to go downhill, mentally talking. And there's a situation, I'm not going to spoil you like big things, but there is a situation where she harms some people, and she finds a gun, and she takes the gun. We don't know why. Like, who in her mind, in a sane mind, would think of taking somebody's gun? You start to figure out what's happening at this point in the movie, and she really needs to get the money. So she finds her check, like the paycheck from her job. She gets fired. She gets evicted from her building, and so many random things happen to this woman that she's at the bank trying to cash this check for like $521, and it looks like it's a bank heist. She was not doing a bank robbery, and I was clear she was not going to take any more money than what she was asking for, but nobody seemed to care. And so many things happen inside of this bank. The police arrives because one of the, I don't know what they are called, but the bank workers, they alert the police that there is a woman with a gun asking for money. So I would say at least more than half of the movie is inside of the bank, and you can see her trying to make sense inside of her mind of what is happening, why nobody's listening to her, why no one is actually seeing her. She's trying to explain to everyone what is happening, how she got there, what has happened through her day, and no one is listening. No one. So she's struggling, and you there there are little glimpses of sanity from her. Like she's not really trying to hurt anyone inside of this bank. And one elder woman, everyone inside the bank is black. So I think that helps the movie present the characters in a different way also. One elder woman, she mentions that she needs to sit down, so Janeja brings her chair. The bank workers want to go to the bathroom, she lets them go. She brings chairs to everyone so they can all sit down because she doesn't want anyone feeling bad. And one of the bank workers actually makes a live on some social media, and the people from outside, like the public, that already knows there is a bank heist happening, Janeya, starts to explain herself how she's struggling, how there are so many problems in her life right now, and she doesn't understand why no one is taking attention to her. She's screaming for help, and no one is even bothering to listen, to look at her. And this elder woman at some point tells her, I see you. I think what you're doing is not correct, but nobody could be able to listen to your struggles and tell you you are wrong. And it's so beautiful because one of the bar workers was like, "Oh my God, get over yourself. We all have problems." And this elder woman is like, "You need to just shut up." She is telling you real life experiences and situations that everyone is going through. And not everyone, but a lot of people. And you just need to be more empathic and just see that she's being real and she needs the community that she's missing. So at this point, you can really tell that she's isolated. She has no one's support. She is having so many difficulties that are making her downfall to insanity. Um, at this point of the movie, this is a big spoiler, okay? This is a huge spoiler. The only one I'm going to tell you from now on. You discover that she is having hallucinations. So now everything that she is doing makes sense because she's completely lost. She is in a total crisis. I heard that we are in a crisis when the circumstances exceed our abilities to cope with those circumstances. You can tell this woman from the beginning of the movie is in a crisis and she has been hallucinating. So that takes you to mental health problems that most people now have and how neither society nor our systems nor the governments are taking care and are taking action into these really important matters. So this movie has everything you wish for a terrible and horrible day. Um, I think this is the best movie I have watched in 2025 so far. I cried so much, and even thinking about the movie, it makes me want to cry. But I think it was so beautifully explained in such a cruel way, also. And even though this woman is a representation of a group inside black women struggling, you also have other figures in this movie of black women that are successful in their own paths. So I think the movie is showing you really bad things that happen to black women, but they are also showing you that it's possible to achieve good things and to grow in your careers or with your families. And not everyone is going down the same path, but we are all living the same um, in the same reality. So we need to comprehend how we can help each other. If someone is struggling, how the people that are not struggling can help them, take their hand and walk with them. There is a beautiful scene at the end of this movie with the banco manager and Janelia, where she gets that this woman is missing a community around her to support her, to lift her up and help her get on her feet again. So for me, this is a 5 stars movie. I love this movie, even though it made me cry a lot. I have already told everyone to watch it, and I hope you do too. Please let me know in the comments what you thought about this movie after you watch it, and I will see you on the next review. Thanks for watching. Bye.